Hello, everyone, and welcome to beautiful Moody Park here in Ewing, New Jersey. I'm JC Calavita, and we're here to bring you Trenton General's action as they face the New Brunswick Matrix here for a doubleheader tonight. Your starting lineups for the Matrix: Justin Scotto leading off playing center field, Andrea Dollatry batting second, playing second, Jay Bant batting third, playing third. In the cleanup spot, Phil Marcantonio in the DH, batting fifth, Christopher Ellison. He'll play first base. Max Winters will bat sixth and catch. Brad Edwards batting seventh will play left field. Gavin Martin batting eighth will be in right, and rounding out the order, Tyler Odell at shortstop. For the Gens, Chase Conklin leads off and plays shortstop. Matt Smith batting second in center. Ryan Murphy out in left batting third. Pete Vaccaro in the cleanup spot. The DH for tonight, Danny Melnick catching and batting fifth. Mark McNelly playing third base and batting sixth. Zev Moore at second, he'll bat seventh. Jake Sloss batting eighth, he'll play first base. And batting ninth, Katie Shapiro out in right field. So one more time for the Matrix: Scotto, Dollatry, and Bant. Marcantonio, Ellison, Winters, Edwards, Martin, Odell. And for the Gens, Conklin, Smith, Murphy, Vaccaro, Melnick, McNelly, Moore, Sloss, Shapiro. And the pitching today for the Gens will be Jason Ramirez. He is 1-0 with a 3.37 ERA. He's thrown 8 innings so far. He's struck out 6 and walked 4. This is his second start of the season and his fourth appearance. He will be playing for Princeton. He'll be a sophomore in the fall. On the other side, Ben Amon, a Princeton. These two high school players both went to Princeton High School, and Amon coming in the game 0-1 as first pitch is grounded first base, bobbled by Sloth, and that'll be an error for Jake Sloss to start the game, and he won. And Justin Scotto will be on first base. So first pitch swinging for Justin Scotto, and that'll bring up Andrea Dollatry. He's from Wall Township, goes to Old Dominion. Scotto being held on at first base. Ramirez checks on him. And the pitch in there, called strike. 0-1 to Dollatry. Dollatry hit .370 with a homer and 17 RBIs during his time at CBA, Christian Brothers Academy. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Dollatry quickly down in the count now, 0-2. Ramirez has his sign from Melnick. The 0-2 pitch. Just outside. So, as I said, Ramirez and Amon were high school teammates. Amon is a year older than Ramirez. There goes Scotto. The pitch is in the dirt. Melnick blocks it, but Scotto able to go up to second base. That'll be a stolen base for him, and there's a runner on second here with nobody out in the first. 1-2 the count, or 2-2 rather, the count on Dollatry. Dollatry calls time, wanting to step out here. Comes into the game hitting 273. He's 3 for 11. Ramirez kicks and comes home. Called strike 3, down and away fastball. It's the first strikeout of the game for Jason Ramirez. Dollatry down looking. That'll bring up Jay Bant. Be a freshman at Monmouth next season. So 1 out on the strikeout by Ramirez. Here comes Jay Bant, a left-handed hitting third baseman. Graduated Wall High School just a few weeks ago. First pitch to Bant is swung on and grounded to third base. Off the bag, gets past McNelly into left field. Scotto will go to third, and there's runners on first and third here with 1 out in the top of the first. Jay Bant gets credited with a single. Ball went right off the bag, wasn't hit very hard. So runners at the corners with one man down, and that'll bring up Phil Marcantonio. Phil Marcantonio, the designated hitter for tonight, comes in second on the team in average, hitting .316 with 2 home runs and 3 RBIs. Throw over to first. Jay Bant back standing. Not really a threat to run here. Jay Bant does not have what we call wheels. Infield with a double play depth. Sloss holding on Bant at first. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Marcantonio got down in the count 0-1. McNelly way off the bag at third. Jay Bant's little single, I think it wasn't his fault. It was going to be deep in the hole. Might have been, it probably was going to be a tough play. Just hit off the bag. Nothing McNelly could do. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2 quickly on Marcantonio. This year for the Kane Cougars, Marcantonio hit .321 with 7 home runs and 26 RBIs. Usually a catcher, but he is the DH tonight. Here in game 1 of a doubleheader between the Matrix and the Generals. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Marcantonio down on strikes, and there's 2 outs here in the top of the first. Ramirez just blew it by him. And now there's 2 outs, runners at the corners. Zev Moore playing second base tonight instead of his usual third. And Ryan Murphy out in left instead of right. And so bring up Christopher Ellison. The pitch in the dirt. Gets past Melnick. Digging for the plate is Scotto. He'll score. 1-0 lead here in the top of the first for the Matrix as Jay Bant makes his way down to second on the wild pitch. So 1-0. Count is 1-0 on Ellison. Ramirez just trying to get out of this inning. Ramirez has his sign. Looks at Bant. The pitch. Called strike. Upstairs. Is that about the letters? 1-1 now on Ellison. Ellison will be a freshman at Cornell next season. Is also a pitcher. Went to Howell. Also played Niners baseball. The 1-1 in the dirt, blocked by Melnick. And Ramirez, not the start he wanted for this game. The 2-1. Swung on. Grounded to shortstop. Backhanded by Conklin. Throws across in time to get Ellison, and that'll end the inning. 1 run on 1 hit. There was an error, and there was 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the first. Matrix 1, Generals coming up. And we're back here in the bottom of the first inning. Generals Baseball is brought to you by Team Toyota. Team Toyota of Princeton, 2871 US 1 in Lawrenceville, and 746 East Lincoln Highway in Langhorne. Toyota, let's go places. So the Matrix able to score here in the top of the first. Justin Scotto reached on an error by Jake Sloss. Dollartree struck out, and then Jay Bant singled, putting runners at the corners, and then Ramirez threw a wild pitch to get the run home. So leading off for the Generals will be Chase Conklin. He comes into this game hitting 200. Hitting 200 with 5 hits in 25 at-bats. He has 3 RBIs and 4 walks. He struck out 9 times, has 3 stolen bases. So Chase Conklin, the future sophomore at Richmond, stands in from the left side. First pitch from Amon is low for a ball, 1-0. Conklin not here during this weekend, on vacation. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1 from Amon. Low for a ball, 2-0 now on Conklin. In there, called strike on the outside corner. 2-1 now on Conklin. 2-1. Outside, Amon going to his windup quickly, working fast. 3-1 the count on Conklin. Hitters count. The pitch. Swung on off his foot at the plate, and Conklin works the count full here as the leadoff batter. He was a 4-year starter at Bishop Eustis, 3-time All-Conference, and a member of the 100 Hit Club. And Ben Amon, who is 0-1 on the season with a 12 ERA, with 3 innings pitched, 4 strikeouts to 2 walks. The 3-2. Called strike 3 at the knees. Conklin took it, and he knew it right away. And there's 1 out here in the bottom half of the first. First strikeout of the day for Ben Amon. That'll bring up Matt Smith. Smith, the center fielder today, hitting from the left side. Heavy dose of lefties in this Gens lineup. First pitch to Smith is in the dirt. Counts 1-0. The 1-0 pitch is in the dirt. 2-0 now on Smith. Generals split yesterday within doubleheader between the Jersey Pilots. The 2-0. Swung on and hit right at first baseman Martin. He'll take it to the bag himself. And there's 2 outs quickly here in the bottom half of the first. That'll bring up Ryan Murphy. So Generals lost the first game 2-1. They did strike first in the bottom of the first with a home run from Juice Arcuri. He really unloaded on that one. We've been really waiting to see him break out. He's got so much power, so much talent, and he finally did it. But the Generals couldn't really muster anything up the rest of the game. The first pitch to Murphy is swung on and fouled away to the right side. Murphy not here yesterday as well. So the Generals only had 4 hits yesterday in the first game, and they broke out in a big way in game 2. 0-1 to Murphy is inside, 1-1. They broke out yesterday in game 2, winning 10-5. 1-1 to Murphy. Breaking ball outside. 2-1 on the left fielder. 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball upstairs. Amon not really able to get that over for a strike. And another 3-ball count, second of the inning. Murphy second on the team in average, hitting .480 with 1 home run and 7 RBIs. 3-1 pitch is hit to center field. Going back on it is Escato. He'll make the catch, and that'll end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. There was nobody left. We go to the bottom of we go to the second inning. After 1, the Matrix lead 1-0. And we're back here with second inning action. Matrix leading 1-0 as Justin Scotto reached on base to lead off the game, and he was able to get all the way around to third base and then scored on a wild pitch. And Ramirez back out for a second inning of work. He'll face Max Winters, and Max Winters swings at the first pitch and fouls it back 0-1. Winters, a graduate of Ocean Township High School, played for the Spartans, 118 career hits. Doing the catching duties tonight. 1-0 pitch is popped up, a breaking ball into right field. Shapiro calling, he'll make the catch. And that'll be the first out of the inning here in the second. F9 on the putout, and that'll bring up Brad Edwards Jr., the left fielder. He's hitting 167 this year, has a home run, 4 RBIs, only 4 hits. A run scored. Graduated East Brunswick High School in 2018. First pitch to him is swung on and missed. Upstairs, high fastball. Ramirez able to get him to chase. Count is 0-1. Kicks and deals the pitch. In there, called strike at the knees. Quickly 0-2 now on Brad Edwards Jr. Was an all-NJAC honorable mention at Montclair State. The pitch swung on and fouled at the plate. Count remains 0-2. So Brad Edwards Jr., a 5'11" outfielder, playing left tonight. Hit 296 for the East Brunswick Bears with 17 RBIs and 15 walks. The 0-2. Breaking ball, grounder up the middle. Conklin ranging to his left, makes the throw. It is over Sloss's head. That'll be a throwing error on Conklin. And Brad Edwards aboard with the second error of the game for the Generals. Something they've been trying to cut down on, and something that has really been an ailment to their success this season.
Number 31, first baseman, Gavin Martin.
So that'll bring up Gavin Martin. So Edwards aboard, and he's 6. First pitch to Martin is in there for a called strike at the knees, 0-1. So 1 out, 1 on. The 0-1 pitch in the dirt, blocked by Melnick. Doesn't exactly see it. It's in front of the plate. So 1-1 the count on Gavin Martin, who's usually a pitcher, listed as a pitcher on their roster. This year has yet to get a hit, according to Point Streak. Generals come into this game 9-5. The Matrix come into this game 5-9. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on, hit deep to right field. Shapiro going back, makes the catch on the run. And there's 2 outs here in the second inning. F9 on the putout, and that'll bring up the 9-hole hitter Tyler Odell. Playing shortstop tonight. Shapiro to make a great catch over there in right field. And now the Generals can get out of this inning unscathed. Only 1-0 here in the top of the second inning. Odell stands in. Batting from the left side. Plays for the Limestone College Saints. Throw over to first. Edwards back for the dive. Game 1 of this doubleheader. Sloss holding Edwards on at first. First pitch to Odell is low for a ball, 1-0. Generals Baseball is brought to you by Edward Lesky Contractors. Work smart, work safe, work tomorrow. 1-0 pitch. Swung on and fouled away to the left side by Odell. 1-1 on the 4-time All-Conference player for the Northern Burlington Greyhounds. He also had 128 hits and held the record for pitching wins. Hit .418 with 2 homers during his time at Northern Burlington. Now he's going to be a senior at Limestone after being a Mercer County Community College transfer. The pitch called strike 2. Odell down in the count now, 1-2. As Scotto waits on deck. He reached on an error last time. Ramirez set at the belt. Comes home with the 1-2. Swung on. A high chopper fielded by Ramirez. Throws on to first in time to get Tyler Odell, and that'll end the inning. No runs, no hits. There was an error. There was one man left. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Matrix lead 1-0. Back here in the bottom of the second inning, Generals down 1-0, and we got 4, 5, 6 in the order: Vaccaro, Melnick, and McNelly. And going to his windup is Amon. The first pitch to Vaccaro is outside, 1-0. .58 designated hitter, usually a catcher. Pitches in the dirt. Actually, usually beat Vaccaro is an infielder, not getting a chance to lay the field so far this year. 2-0 pitch is grounded on the ground between second base, lifts it over to first, and that's the first out of the game, first out of the inning. 4-3 on the putout. That'll bring up Danny Melnick. Danny the Missile Melnick threw out 2 runners during his last start. Stole the base himself, something you don't see on a daily basis for a pitcher. First pitch to Melnick is low for a ball, 1-0. Melnick hitting .333, 9 hits, 27 at bats, no home runs and 5 RBIs. The 1-0 breaking ball gets past the catcher. Winners. Count is 2-0 on Melnick. Went to Hun, play for the Red Raiders. The 2-0 for Maimon. Swung on, hit to center field. Coming in on it is Scotto. He's under it. He'll make the catch, and that'll be the second out of the inning. F8 on the putout, and that'll bring up Mark McNelly for his first at-bat of the day, the third baseman. McNelly's hitting .318, 7 hits and 22 at-bats. No home runs, but 9 RBIs, leads the team in RBIs. Next closest is Jacob Sloss with 7, as well as Ryan Murphy with 7. And McNelly standing in here with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. First pitch is swung on, hit to left field, going back is Edwards. It's over his head, it's going to drop. McNelly around first, heading for second, and he's in there standing with a double, a 2-out double for Mark McNelly, and that'll bring up Zev Moore. So the Gens have something cooking here with 2 outs. McNelly drove it well. Edwards broke back immediately. Ball was hit way too hard, way too far for him to catch up to it. So McNelly on with a 2-out double, and Zev Moore trying to bring him in with 2 outs. Infield's playing back. Outfield not really respecting Moore here, playing more so in. First pitch to him is swung on and grounded to shortstop. Scooped up by Odell, throws across, and it is in time, and that'll end the inning. No runs on a hit. There was no errors, and there was 1 man left. Go to the third inning. Matrix lead 1-0. And we're back here in the top half of the third inning. Through two, Matrix lead 1-0. And they have the top of the order leading off here. So Jason Ramirez back out for his third inning of work. Justin Scotto will lead off. He reached on an error and scored. His last time up also has a stolen base to his credit. Comes into this game hitting .222, 4 hits in 18 at-bats. No home runs and no RBIs. And he'll face Ramirez for the second time today. He kicks and deals. First pitch to Scotto is outside for a ball, 1-0. Scotto, four-time letter winner at Monmouth Regional High School, will be a senior at Seton Hall in the fall. This year for Seton Hall hit .440 with 2 home runs and 5 RBIs. 1-0. Swung on, little grounder. Zev Moore ranging over near first base, throws across to Sloss, and that'll be the first out of the inning. 4-3 on the putout. Zev Moore ranging over to his left, almost really close to first base, and flips to Sloss to get the first out of the inning. Gens still without a hit here in the first. Actually, no, they have one hit. That was Mark McNally's double. Ramirez kicks home, and the first pitch to Dolatry is swung on, hit to right field. Shapiro under it, coming in a little bit, makes the catch. And there's 2 quick outs here in the third. F9 on the putout. That'll bring up Jay Band, who singled back in the first. Singled right off the third base bag. McNally was ranging over to his right, almost near the line. Would have maybe had a play if the ball hadn't hit the bag. Jay Band not exactly the fleetest of foot. First pitch to Band is swung on, hit to center. Hit to first base, actually. Bounce on the fly. And it'll be not in time as it goes off. It goes off Ramirez's glove. Little chopper. Sloss made the play, but the PFP's there for Jason Ramirez, not quite there. And there's another runner on. That'll be a second hit of the day for Jay Band. So Phil Marcantonio up now. He struck out his first time up. Sloss holding Band on at first. First pitch to Marcantonio is outside and low. 1-0 the count. Dolatry, a 2-time All-State player. The pitch in the dirt ball. 2-0 now on Marcantonio. So 1-0 the score. Matrix scored a run in the top of the first on an error, a single, and a wild pitch. The 2-0 is popped up out of play to the right side. Count is 2-1 on Marcantonio. So 2 outs and 1 on for Jason Ramirez, who's given up a run, an unearned run. Only allowed 2 hits through the first 2 2/3 innings. Due up for the Gens is going to be Sloss, Shapiro, and Conklin, 8, 9, and 1. The 2-1 swung on, out of play again, and now it's 2-2 on Marcantonio. Or actually, yeah. Marcantonio, the 14th ranked catcher in the state of New Jersey, ranked by Perfect Game in 2018. The 2-2. Swing and a miss in the dirt. Says he got it. And Marcantonio strikes out for the second time today. No runs on a hit. There was no errors and 1 man left. Go to the bottom of the third. Matrix still lead 1-0. Leading off the bottom of the third inning will be Jacob Sloss, waiting for his first debut on the day. Sloss this year hitting .250, 6 hits and 24 ABs, no homers and 4 RBIs. Also has 5 walks to his credit. Actually, 7 RBIs. I lied. First pitch to Sloss is swung on and fouled away. 0-1 to the first baseman. Again, welcome back to Moody Park. Very, very hot day today. Sun will go down for the second game, but the players will have to endure the heat for game 1. 0-1 pitch is on the ground to third. Jay Bant bobbles it, throws on to first, still in time to get Sloss. Good recovery by Jay Bant. Sloss not the fleetest of foot, so there's 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Jay Bant, he didn't make the play on the first go-around, but he bodied it well, kept it in front of him, as you've been told since probably T-ball. Kept it in front of him, able to scoop it up and recover and throw on to first for the out. And the first pitch to Caden Shapiro is on the outside corner for strike 0-1. So Juice Arcuri not in the batting lineup today, as the 0-1 pitch is outside for a ball. 1-1 to the Canadian Caden Shapiro. Shapiro in a slump to start the year. 1-1 pitch is swung on and fouled away. He's only hitting .067, has 2 hits in 15 at-bats, or 1 hit in 15 at-bats, excuse me. Does have 3 RBIs and 3 walks to his credit, but does have 7 strikeouts. The 1-2, swung on and fouled away again by Shapiro. One out. Nobody on here in the bottom of the third inning. Matrix lead 1-0. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and grounded off the glove of Eamon and gloved by Dolitry. Tries to make the play, couldn't get it. Was on the ground, tried to scoop it up, couldn't quite get it. And Shapiro will be aboard with his second hit of the year. Maybe that'll be a turnaround for him. Maybe that'll be a turnaround for Caden Shapiro. You always need something weird to break out of a slump, whether that be a little bunt nubber up the first base line to reach base. With Shapiro on with 1 out for Chase Conklin, who struck out his first time up. Chase Conklin squares, bunts at it, foul. 0-1 to Conklin, trying to catch the third baseman by surprise. Jay Bant playing a little bit farther back, not really aware of Conklin's bunting skills. The 0-1 outside. Count even at 1 to Conklin. So Generals 2 errors in the early going led to a run. Pitch. 1-1 pitch is swung on, hit down the left field line into the corner. Conklin's going to round first, head for second. Shapiro's into third as the throw goes to third. And there's runners on second and third here. Back-to-back hits for the Gens. They got something cooking here. Still 1 out, and that'll bring up Matt Smith. So Conklin with the double. Shapiro able to go all the way around to third. 2 guys maybe breaking out of a slump and ready for big things here today for the Generals. So second and third, 1 out. Matrix lead 1-0 here in the bottom of the third inning at Moody Park. Matt Smith grounded to first base his first time up. Corners are in, infield at double play depth. First pitch to Smith is upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Ryan Murphy waiting on deck. Would love to have an RBI chance for him. The 1-0 swung on, lined up to center field, caught by Scotto, digging for the play to Shapiro. He's going to score, and that's going to be a sacrifice fly for Matt Smith. So Smith will fly out to center field. Shapiro able to trot home, and now we're all tied up here at 1. Conklin did not tag up from second base, so he'll stay there. And now we've got Ryan Murphy up with 2 down and a runner in scoring position. So Matt Smith with the RBI, and Murphy will stand in there back from his 1-game hiatus. Actually went down to play a softball tournament with his friends before he knew we were going to have a game today. Or yesterday, rather. First pitch to Murphy is a breaking ball upstairs for a ball, 1-0 to Ryan Murphy, who flew out to center, struck it well. His first time up. Didn't find a hole. 1-1 the score. The pitch to Murphy is a broken back grounder. Gloved by Odell. Throws across the first in time to get Ryan Murphy, and that'll end the inning. There was 1 run on 2 hits. No errors and 1 man left. We go to the 4th inning. Game's tied at 1. We're back out here for the top of the 4th inning. Generals tied the game in the 3rd as Caden Shapiro hit a single for his first hit in a very long time, and Chase Conklin doubled to put the runners on 2nd and 3rd with 1 out. Matt Smith able to get the run home on a sac fly to center field. And here we are, it's all tied up in the top of the 4th inning. And that'll bring up, leading off for the Matrix, it'll be Chris Ellison, who is a finalist for New Jersey Player of the Year. One of 4 finalists, along with Mike Bello of Pope John, Sean Hard of St. Joseph's, and Jadier Hernandez of Trenton Catholic. First pitch to Ellison is low, a breaking ball low for a ball, 1-0. Ellison grounded to short his first time up, playing right field tonight. Just graduated from Howell. The pitch. Upstairs, fastball, 2-0 now on Ellison. This is Ellison's first game as a hitter this year. 2-0 is swung on, driven to center field. Ranging over is Smith. He dives, he can't get it. Rounding first is Ellison. He's heading for 3rd. The throw goes to Conklin. The relay is not in time. And Ellison's aboard with a leadoff triple. Absolutely smoked it to center, just out of the reach of Matt Smith. Would have been probably a single if Smith was able to keep it in front of him. But it got past the center fielder, and Ellison all the way out at 3rd base. So a leadoff triple, and the Matrix are trying to battle back, get the run back this inning. And I'll bring up Max Winters, who flew out to right to lead off the 2nd. Infield in, the pitch. Called strike on the outside corner, 0-1 to Winters. Winters coming into the game hitting 154, 2 for 13 with only an RBI to his credit, as the 1-0 pitch, 1-1 pitch is upstairs, 1-1 to Max Winters. So again, the infield is in here, trying to get the out with nobody gone here in the top of the 4th. The 1-1 in the dirt, blocked by Melnick. Good block by him to keep Ellison from scoring. 2-1 now on Winters. A lot of these kids from the Ocean area, despite the team being from New Brunswick. 2-1 pitch is swung on and fouled away to the right side. 2-2 now on Max Winters. Winters hitting from the right side, as Conklin and Zevmore move back. The 2-2 pitch is fouled off the hands of Max Winters as he wears no batting gloves, and it fouls away out of play. So it count stays at 2-2. Brad Edwards waiting on deck. He reached on an error his first time up. Ramirez set. Comes home. Pitches upstairs, and now the count is full on Max Winters. Slauson on the grass. McNelly back on the dirt. Infield really not that far in anymore. Zev Moore usually plays at the lip of the outfield grass, is even in the baseline. The 3-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled away. Winters able to stay alive. Winters attends William and Mary College, plays for the Tribe, or the Pride, rather. Or Tribe, actually. It is Tribe. Doing the catching duties tonight. Also played soccer and bowled at Ocean Township High School. Hit .483 for the Spartans. Set the school record for doubles. Another 3-2. Upstairs, and that'll put Max Winters on. So there's runners at the corners now, with still nobody out, and that'll bring up Brad Edwards.
Number 5, left fielder, Brad Edwards.
Brad Edwards heading into his junior year at Montclair. So Conklin and Moore now playing double play depth. The pitch swung on and fouled back. First pitch swinging is Edwards. And it appears that the Matrix have sort of timed down Jason Ramirez. He's not really off balance. They're swinging at first pitch fastballs, which is what you're told to do as a hitter. Oh, 1 pitch is a check swing. Did not go around. And that's low for a ball. 1-1 now on Brad Edwards. Edwards playing left field tonight. Generals would trade the out for the run, as we're still in the early going. The pitch swung on, popped up down the right field line, but that'll slice out of play. So 1-2 now on Edwards. Ramirez would love to put him away here. Does not want to give up a run because Ben Amon is pitching well through 3 innings. Sloss holding Winters on at first. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled away again. Up by me. Over on the right side of the press box. So first and third here. Ellison at third after tripling to lead off the inning. Winters at first after drawing a walk. 1-2 the count. We're here in the top of the 4th inning. 1-1 game. Another 1-2 pitch. Swung on and bounced away again as Winters was taken off. The count stays at 1-2. Edwards doing his best to stay alive. That pitch was way out of the zone. Probably would have been ball 2. But he had to stay alive. You like to see that good 2-strike approach. Winters takes his lead off first. Ramirez checks on him. Another 1-2. Swung on and popped up to the outfield. This should be deep enough to score Ellison. Matt Smith makes the catch. He's juggling it. Wow. Now, throw back to third base, and I think Ellison is going to be out. He should be out. The home plate umpire is going to call him safe, but Matt Smith did not make the catch right away. Ellison is going to be out. Coach Heffley's out to argue. I think what they're saying is you're allowed to tag up as soon as the outfielder touches the baseball. So Matt Smith bobbled it 2 or 3 times, and Ellison left the bag before he actually caught it and made the out. The out was not confirmed before Ellison left third base. So I'm wondering if the score is in fact 2-1. So the home plate umpire is explaining to Matt Smith out there as he juggled it. Actually, that's Shapiro. He juggled it. He made the catch. That is the first out of the inning. So that's a weird thing. That's something you see something new every night here at Moody Park. So that'll be just a runner on first, as the score is now 2-1 Matrix, and Gavin Martin will step to the plate. So Tris Ellison does score. First pitch to Gavin Martin is lined on the ground. Gets past Chase Conklin into left field. That'll be the second hit of the inning. That'll put runners on first and second with 1 out here in the top of the 4th. So first and second, 1 out. Martin singles. And Tyler Odell, the 9-hole hitter, now up with one away. He grounded the pitcher his first time up. A great play by Ramirez. High chopper made the play. Odell's choking up here against Ramirez. First pitch is swung on and fouled away. Again, they're swinging first pitch. They may have him timed up. 0-1 now on Odell. The pitch. Swung on another chopper. Glove by McNelly. Goes to second, on to first base. Not in time to get the deuce. They get the runner at second base. And Tyler Odell now on with a fielder's choice. Max Winters advances to third base. So first and third with 2 men down, and we'll go back to the top of the order. So 5-4 on the putout. Zev Moore's relay throw not in time, and Justin Scotto now up. He's reached on an error and scored today. He's also grounded to second. There goes Odell. Pitch is a ball. The throw is not in time from Melnick. It's actually a strike. 0-1 the count to Scotto, and Odell's got the base stolen. So runners on second and third now. 0-1 the count to Justin Scotto. Big left-hander, 5'9", 195 pounds. The 0-1 to Scotto. Breaking ball in there for a strike, and it's now 0-2 on Scotto. Ramirez would love to get out of this inning, only giving up 1 run. Conklin up the middle, trying to keep Odell in check. The pitch. Swung on, popped up on the infield. Moore going out to short right. He'll make the catch as he almost falls down, but that'll end the inning. Matrix get a run on 2 hits. There was no errors. There were 2 men left. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Matrix lead 2-1. We're back out here for the bottom of the 4th inning. Matrix lead 2-1. A weird turn of events in the top half of the 4th, as there was a fly ball hit by Brad Edwards out to center field. Matt Smith made the catch, but he bobbled it. He tipped it. Chris Ellis, who was on third, he broke for home as soon as Smith made contact. As soon as Smith made contact with the baseball, but he did not actually have the out recorded. He bobbled it 2 or 3 times, and he made the catch after that. But the Generals were arguing that Ellison technically left early and that he should have been out on a double off at third base. But the umpires were saying that the tag-up process happens as soon as the baseball touches the outfielder, which I'm really not sure if that's a thing. I honestly have no idea if that's a thing or not. So Ben Amon back out for his 4th inning of work. He'll face the heart of the Generals' order in Vaccaro, Melnick, and McNelly. Vaccaro will lead off. He grounded to second base his first time up. Gens only have 3 hits today, and we're about halfway through this 7-inning game. First game of a doubleheader between the Matrix and the Generals. Vaccaro will stand in.
Standing off for the Generals, the DH, number 42, Pete Vaccaro.
Heading into the day, hitting 182, 2 hits and 8 at-bats. Or 11 at-bats, excuse me. First pitch to Vaccaro was swung on, grounded to second again. Picked up by Dolitry, throws out Vaccaro. That'll be the first out here in the bottom of the fourth. Generals Baseball is brought to you by Mark Ullman Insurance on 891 Parkway Avenue. He's an Allstate agent. Allstate, you're in good hands. Here comes Danny Melnick, who flew out to center field his first time up. First pitch to Melnick is low for a ball outside, 1-0. Melnick came into today batting .333. The 1-0 pitch. Strike two, like one. 1-1 the count to Melnick. The 1-1. Breaking ball, grounded to shortstop. Odell grabs it, throws across in time to get Danny Melnick. There's two quick outs here on the 6-3. That'll bring up Mark McNally. He hit a long double back in the second inning, but when Elman able to score the first hit of the game for the Gens. And the Gens not really able to muster anything right now, just like game one yesterday against the Pilots. First pitch. He is in there for a called strike 0-1. 891 Parkway Avenue, Mark Ullman. The 0-1. Inside as it almost gets a piece of McNally. 1-1 on the third baseman. The pitch. Breaking ball low. 2-1 now on McNally. Two outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Matrix lead the Generals 2-1. Here comes the 2-1. McNally takes to strike. Count even at 2 on McNally. The 2-2. Upstairs hits McNally. He is very frustrated. He'll be aboard with a 2-out base runner for Zev Moore. McNally visibly upset. I'm sure that Ben Amon had no ill intent. Not trying to hit him with 2 outs and nobody on here in the fourth, just trying to get out of the inning unscathed. But the Generals do have a runner aboard with Zev Moore coming up. The pride of Israel. McNally takes his lead, being held on the pitch. Gets past the catcher, Winners, and McNally will move up on the pass ball. So now we got a runner on second with 2 men down. This could be huge. Gens could tie it up. 2 outs and runners in scoring position is a huge thing that you need to be able to do in this league and able to compete. To be able to compete in order to compete. The 1-0 to Moore. In the dirt, speared by Winners. Kind of just stabbed at it. You're supposed to block that. He's supposed to got it on his knees, but able to keep it in front. 2-0 on Moore. Infield up the middle. The pitch. Swung on, popped up. That'll go out of play behind the plate. And 2-1 on Zev Moore. Zev Moore, the member of the Israeli junior national team. Is Israel actually qualifying for the Olympics this year along with America, Japan, Dominican Republic, and probably Cuba. The 2-1. Breaking ball, swing and a miss by Zev Moore. Count now even at 2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2-1 Matrix, bottom of the fourth. Amon kicks the pitch. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Zev Moore goes down on strikes, and that'll end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. There was 1 man left. We go to the 5th. Matrix lead 2-1. Here we are in the top of the 5th inning. 2-3-4 due up for the Matrix. We got Andre Idolatry, and the first pitch he sees is swung on and hit to right. That'll be caught by Caden Shapiro running in from right field. So 1 pitch, 1 out for the Matrix, and that'll bring up Jay Band, who has 2 hits today. 2 fluke hits today. In the first inning, he singled that went off the third base bag away from McNelly. And the second inning, he hit a grounder to first that lost glove, but Jay Band able to beat it out. The pitch swung on and chopped at the plate. 0-1 now on Band. So the ball was a little grounder to Sloss over at first base. It was a high chop to first base. And Jason Ramirez heads over to first for his PFPs, but he can't quite make the catch. But Jay Bant would have beaten it out anyway. But that says something about how high the ball was hit. The 0-1 to Bant. Upstairs, 1-1. Bant not exactly the fastest runner on the Matrix, not even close, but able to get 2 infield singles today. The pitch swung on and fouled away. Bant now down in the count, 1-2. 1 out here in the 5th. Matrix scored a run in the first. Gens tied it up in the third, and they scored a run and the Matrix scored a run in the 4th. 2-1 here in the 5th. Bant waiting. The pitch swung on, ripped. Diving play by Conklin, can't make the play, and Jay Bant's aboard with his 3rd base hit of the game. So Bant's 3 for 3. It's only the 5th inning. And a 1-out single, and that'll bring up Phil Marcantonio, who has struck out twice.
Number 13, the DH, Phil Marcantonio.
So Bant with 3, I want to say, unconventional hits today. Off the third base bag, a high chop to first that he beat out. And that was, he struck well off the bat. It was going to be, might not have been a hit if Conklin was about a foot to his left. But he's aboard for Marcantonio as he puts his oven mitt on. Sloss holding Bant on at first. And Marcantonio waiting for Ramirez. First pitch is popped up out of play. 0-1 now on Marcantonio. Generals Baseball brought to you by TNL Performance, sports performance and personal training designed for you on Whitehead Road in Hamilton. Ramirez's 0-1 pitch is in the dirt, blocked by Melnick. Bant stays put. Melnick is a brick wall back there. He doesn't let many by him. He throws out a lot of runners. Very reliable, very reliable catcher. Two to 1 Matrix. You're in the top of the 5th. 1 out, 1 on. The pitch in the dirt again, and Marcantonio able to lay off. Count is 2-1 on the designated hitter. Conklin and Moore not playing double play depth. 2-1 pitch is swung on and fouled away to the right side. Count even at 2 on Marcantonio. Conklin and Moore not at double play depth as McNelly way off the line and back at third base. The pitch swung on, a grounder up the middle. Conklin has to charge it, takes it to the bag himself. On to first, not in time. Sloss held the bag. He can't believe it's not a double play. Bant erased on the fielder's choice. So there's a runner on with 2 down now here in the top of the 5th. Great play by Conklin. He came in charging, took it to the bag himself, made a great throw to first. Sloss may have been off the bag. Marcantonio also may have beaten it out. Whatever the case, he's safe at first. And there's 2 men down for Chris Ellison, who tripled and scored back in the 4th. First pitch to Ellison is a check swing in the dirt. Home plate umpire says he went around. Count is 0-1 on the right fielder. Winners waiting on deck. Marcantonio being held on, and the 0-1 pitch is fouled away. Quickly 0-2 now on Ellison. And Ramirez pitching well so far, only allowed 2 runs through 4. But the Generals' offense has been silent, other than 2 base hits by Conklin and Shapiro, and 1 the pitch. Going on the pitch is Marcantonio. He'll have to go back because it's fouled away by Ellison. The count remains 0-2 on the right fielder. Marcantonio had a great jump. Ramirez not paying attention to him at all. Ramirez wanting a new baseball. No warm-up action in the bullpen, so Ramirez, Coach Heffley's opinion of Ramirez's night has gone well tonight. Marcantonio leads. Sloss holds him on. And another 0-2. Pitches in the dirt, 1-2. Ellison thought about it, able to lay off. This is what ACBL baseball should look like, but not the errors, not the walks. There goes Marcantonio. The pitch is swung on and missed. Ellison goes down on strikes. And that'll end the inning. That's the 4th strikeout for Jason Ramirez on the night. There were no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Matrix 2, Generals 1. To my podcast. All right, we're back here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 8, 9, and 1 due up here in the order. That was runs last inning. As back in the 3rd, as Shapiro singled to break out of a slump. Conklin doubled, and then Smith hit a sacrifice fly to get the Gens' only run of the game. But here comes Jake Sloss. First pitch to Sloss is a breaking ball in there for a called strike at the knees, and the count is 0-1. Good pitch from Amon. The 0-1. Swung on, grounded up the middle. That'll be a base hit for Jake Sloss. Scorched it on the ground, and a leadoff hit for the Generals, and they have something cooking here in the 5th. That's what you want to see. Very aggressive swings from Jake Sloss. We want to see the leadoff batter on. And now Shapiro trying to get a second base hit of the game. He's 1 for 1 with a single. He scored the only run today for the Generals. So Sloss at first, being held on by Martin. The pitch. Check swing. Says he went around, says the home plate umpire. Count is 0-1 on Shapiro. The pitch. Just off the plate. Shapiro able to lay off. Count is 1-1. Generals Baseball brought to you by Wildflowers Inn on 2572 Pennington Road in Pennington. As there's a throw over to first, lost back diving. Wildflowers is great bar food and great pizza. Great selection of craft beers. The pitch. Inside. Shapiro able to lay off. 2-1 now on the right fielder. Again, Shapiro came into the day hitting .067. Has another hit to his credit to raise his average. The pitch. In there, called strike 2, and now the count even at 2 on Caden Shapiro. So nobody out here. Jake Sloss takes his lead off first. The 2-2 pitch. Just off the black. Shapiro has taken some very close pitches today. Infield playing really straight away. Jay Ban a little bit off the bag at third. 3-2 pitch is swung on. Hit in the right center field gap. That's going to be a single. As Sloss round second, heading for third. And Shapiro's into second with a head-first dive. His second hit of the game. Caden Shapiro was broken out tonight. Broken out of a very long slump. His second hit of the day. And now we've got runners on second and third with nobody out. And we're back to the top of the order with Chase Conklin. Great piece of hitting by Shapiro, but he let it get deep, laced it right over Tyler Odell's head at short. And 2 on with no one out. This is what you want. You want to see the top of the order up with runners on. First pitch to Conklin is swung on and missed. Conklin really fooled on that pitch. Not a very strong swing. And it's 0-1 on the shortstop. The 0-1 pitch. Gets away from Winters. Digging for the plate is Sloss. He's going to score, and the game is now tied. So it's a wild pitch from Amon. Winters couldn't handle it. And Sloss able to scamper home for the run. Shapiro moves up to third. So still nobody out. A run in the inning. Game's now tied. And the infield is now in for Conklin. The 1-1. Outside, 2-1. Amon's pitched well today, but giving up 2 runs to this lineup is not feasible, usually. The pitch. Breaking ball. Swung on, grounded down the right field line into the corner. That's going to be a fair ball. Conklin around first, heading for second. Shapiro scores, and that's an RBI double, the second double of the game for Chase Conklin. You love to see it. Shapiro and Conklin have broken out tonight. They've been the heroes so far in this game, and the Generals have taken the lead. 3-2. 3 straight hits to lead off the 5th inning. And now Matt Smith up with still nobody out in the bottom of the 5th. Smith waiting. Amon has his sign. First pitch to Smith is in there, right down the middle for a called strike. 0-1 to Smith. Matt Smith has grounded to first and flied out to center, but got a sac fly. He also had a really weird play out in center where he bobbled the ball. The pitch in the dirt. 1-1 now on Smith. Matt Smith was playing center field a few innings ago when there was a fly ball out to center. He bobbled it, and the runner from third tagged up when he made contact with the baseball, not when he made the out. 1-1 pitch is a swing and a miss on a high fastball, and Smith now down in the count, 1-2. Conklin takes his lead off second. The 1-2 swung on, hit to center field. That'll be caught. Conklin was trying to tag up. Ball wasn't hit far enough as the throw goes to third base. And that's the first out here on the fly out to center. So 1 out in the 5th. And that'll bring up Ryan Murphy, the exact guy you want up in an RBI situation. Murphy coming into today hitting .489 with 12 hits and 25 at-bats. Murphy has flown out to center and grounded to short today. Only 1 out. Outfield moves back. Amon set. First pitch to Murphy is in there for a called strike. 0-1. Might start calling Murphy the governor after Governor Phil Murphy. just because he leads this team the way Phil Murphy leads the state of New Jersey. Conklin takes his lead off second. Murphy calls time as Eamon was giving Chase Conklin a long look at second base. Conklin trying to get Eamon to balk, but no such luck, and Murphy will get back in. 0-1 the count. One out here in the fifth. 3-2 Gens, already 2 runs home in the inning. 3 straight hits. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball. Good pitch by Eamon, and now Murphy's down in the count 0-2. Jay Bant back at third as the 6'6" right-hander looks in for his pitch. The 0-2 pitch is fouled back, and Murphy able to stay alive. Murphy, the true leader of this baseball team, plays pretty much every game except for the games he wasn't here, and the games he was still playing for Rowan in the Division III World Series. Another 0-2. Swung on and fouled away to the right side. Count stays 0-2. Murphy was wearing a baseballism hat that said, "Is this home? Is this heaven? No, it's Iowa," referencing Field of Dreams, where the Rowan Profs did visit during their trip to Iowa for the Division III World Series. He told me it was an amazing experience. It was surreal, and it's a place that I really want to visit, a place that many baseball fans around the country do too. 0-2 pitch in the dirt, blocked by Winters. Conklin stays put, and the count is now 1-2 on Murphy, with Vaccaro waiting patiently on deck. Murphy hitting from the right side. Tall 6'7" outfielder. The 1-2 to Murphy. Popped up out of play. Going down the first base is Martin. He does not make the catch, just over the wall. And Murphy fouling off about 5-6 pitches here. (3-2) Gens, still 1 out in the fifth, 2 runs home. Conklin at second. Sloss lit off the inning with a single. Shapiro double, making it second and third. Conklin doubled home both runs. Actually, no, Sloss got home on a pass, on a wild pitch. He scored on that, and Conklin doubled home Shapiro. The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball swung on, hit to center. Scotto going way back, makes the catch on the run about it at the warning track. Conklin will tag it to third base. So Murphy gave it a huge ride, got a great piece of it, hit it to the deepest part of the ballpark. But Scotto was able to run it down for the second out of the inning. So an F8 for Murphy. And that'll bring up Pete Vaccaro with Chase Conklin on third base. 2 outs here in the fifth. Gens would love another run. Vaccaro was grounded to second twice. First pitch from Eamon is low, blocked by Winters. Counts 1-0 on Vaccaro. You love to see Conklin and Shapiro really breaking out. Conklin only hitting 200 coming into today. Shapiro hitting under 100. They've both gotten 2 hits. Shapiro's gotten a single and a double. Conklin's gotten 2 doubles. Shapiro scored 2 runs. The pitch. Called strike at the knees on the outside corner. And the count even at 1. Melnick waiting on deck. He's flown out to center and grounded to short today. The 1-1 to Vaccaro. Vaccaro is fouled back. 1-2 now on Vaccaro. Conklin takes his lead off third. Eamon into the windup. Here comes the 1-2. Swung on, lined on the ground to second base. The throw from Dolitry is in time to get Vaccaro, and that'll end the inning. The Gens take the lead. There were 2 runs on 3 hits. There were no errors. There was 1 man left. We go to the 6th. Generals lead 3-2. Chase Conklin's double scored Shapiro, giving the Gens the lead. Could be the Northfield Bank money play of the game. Northfield Bank, nearly 40 locations in New Jersey and Metro New York. Generals Baseball also brought to you by the Rose Group, with Applebee's locations in Hamilton, Lawrence, and Newtown, Pennsylvania. So a new pitcher out on the mound for the Generals. That's going to be Dylan Maria. Jason Ramirez, his day is done. Went 5 innings, gave up 2 runs on 5 hits with no errors, had 4 strikeouts. And Maria will come in. Maria comes into today. He has a 2.57 ERA with 7 innings pitched. This will be his 5th appearance. He's given up 4 runs, 2 of them earned, 6 hits, and 8 strikeouts to 5 walks. He's a 2-0 record. He also has a save to his credit. Ramirez pitched very well in this game. Allowed only 2 runs, and that's all you can ask from a pitcher. He'll go out to the left field and stretch. And Dylan Maria will try to pitch the final 2 innings, get the last 6 outs to give the Gens a Game 1 win. And Maria will face Winters, Edwards, and Martin. 6, 7, 8 here in the matrix order. Winters today has flown out to right field and walked, made it all the way around to third, but did not score. Starting pitcher next game will be Connor Takis. He comes into the game, comes into it today with a 2.79 ERA, 11 strikeouts to 3 walks, a 1-0 record. Has thrown 9 2/3 innings, only given up 8 hits, given up 4 runs, 3 of those were earned. Only 2 extra base hits given up by Takis. But Dylan Maria trying to close it out for the Gens.
Now pitching for the Generals, number 13, Dylan Maria. And leading off for the Matrix, the catcher, number 12, Max Winters.
Max Winters going gloveless at the plate. Gloveless, but he does have an elbow guard. Maria into the windup. First pitch it runs in and hits Max Winters, and he'll be aboard with a leadoff hit by pitch. So you got a runner on with no outs. That's not the start the Generals wanted from Maria. And that'll bring up Brad Edwards, who has reached on an error today. He's also has an RBI on a sac fly. So runner on first with nobody out in the top of the 6th. Generals just regained the lead last inning. First pitch to Brad Edwards is in the dirt, blocked by Melnick. Counts 0-1 to Edwards. Sloss holding Max Winters on at first. The catcher not exactly a threat to run. Very short lead. The 1-0. Swung on, grounded to shortstop, could be 2. Conklin bobbles it, and everybody's going to be safe. He bodied it, it hit him in the chest, and Conklin is a little shaken up. Visibly in pain. It may have hit him right in the sternum. His finger may have been jammed. That'll be an error on Conklin. The second error on him on the day. The second time Edwards has reached on an error by Conklin. And there'll be runners on first and second with nobody out for Gavin Martin. And Conklin's still in pain. Coach Heffley out of the dugout, not out at second base, as Melnick will walk to talk to Dylan Maria. And Heffley comes out to talk to Conklin. So the go-ahead run in scoring position on at first. Double play is still in order here as Conklin still in pain. May have knocked the wind out of him. Seems to be flexing his hands. Generals Baseball is brought to you by Slocum's Bar and Grill. Great place to bowl, great place to get great bar food, great drinks. And 1675 Pennington Road in Ewing. Generals Baseball is also brought to you by Team Toyota. Toyota of Princeton on 2871 US 1 in Lawrenceville. And Team Toyota of Langhorne, 746 East Lincoln Highway in Langhorne. Toyota, let's go places. Coach Heffley talking to Conklin. He seems to be okay. I don't know if he'll stay in this game. Maria having a toss with Mark McNelly to stay loose. So Gavin Martin today has singled. He's also flown out to right field. Came into today hitting 0. So he got his first hit of the year today. He was 0 for 10 coming into the game. So I want to go back to Matt Smith's play. I still don't know what the ruling is on that center field bobble. Again, so here was the play. So there was a runner on third. Well, second and third, actually. And Brad Edwards hit a fly ball to center field. Chris Ellison was on third base after hitting a triple. He tug up when Smith touched the ball in center, not when he caught it. He touched it and he bobbled it, and he ended up making the catch, but he didn't have the out secured, and Ellison was off the bag. And I think the umpire's rationale was he can go when it touches the glove, which I'd love to see if that's an official ruling. But anyway, here we are, top of the 6th inning. Gens lead 3-2, but the Matrix threatening. The first pitch to Martin is in there for a called strike 0-1. So McNelly way off the line at third base as we have first and second with nobody out. Maria's 0-1 pitch is swung on the ground to shortstop. Grabbed by Conklin on to second with Moore on to first. Not in time. Gets past Jacob Sloss. Heading for the plate is Max Winters. He'll be safe. He's in there, and the game is tied once more. And that'll be another error by Chase Conklin, his third of the game. Actually, that'll be aired on Zev Moore, rather. Zev Moore. So 3-3 now here in the 6th. And this game has been very close the whole time. So Edwards out at second for the first out. That'll be an E4 on Zev Moore as Martin on at first. Third error of the game for the Gens. You don't like to see that as Tyler Odell stands in. First pitch to him is a fastball that Odell fouls off into the glove of Danny Melnick. Count 0-1. So Ramirez will get a no decision. 0-1. Low for a ball. 1-1 now on Tyler Odell. Odell has grounded to the pitcher. He's also reached on a fielder's choice. The 1-1. Swung on. Popped up. Out in center field. Calling for is Matt Smith. He'll make the catch way near the line. Matt Smith does not run to a spot. It almost always appears that he is never under the baseball. He's always running for it. He's always running with a ball, but he makes the catch for the second out of the inning. F8 on the putout. We're back to the top of the order with Justin Scotto, who was reached on an error and scored back in the first. He's also grounded to second and popped up to second base. First pitch to him is upstairs for a ball, 1-0. So a blown save for Maria. As the pitch is swung on, ground down the line. That's going to be a foul ball. Almost got the glove on it, but it was foul. Scotto gave it a nice hit, but just to the right of the foul line. The 1-1 outside, 2-1 on Scotto. So 2 balls, 1 strike. With 1 out, with 2 outs in the inning. The pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here in the top of the 6th, Maria trying to get out of this inning with the tie game. The 2-2 to Scotto. Swung on the ground. Gloved by Moore onto first base in time to get Scotto, and that'll end the inning. The Matrix get a run to tie it. There was 1 run, no hits, 2 errors in the inning. There was 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Game tied at 3. Okay, so we're back here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Game all tied up at 3. We've got 5, 6, 7 here in the order with Melnick, McNelly, and Moore. The 3 M's, the killer M's. You can add Murphy to that. Melnick is fly to center and grounded out to short. First pitch to him was a breaking ball, popped up on the infield. Winters gives chase. It'll be out of play, 0-1 on Melnick. Ben Amon back out there for the 6th inning. There is some warm-up action out in left field, number 19. That's Peyton Maple out in right field warming up for the Matrix. Patron only has 2 strikeouts today, giving up 6 hits, 3 earned runs. The 0-1. Breaking ball in the dirt, blocked by Winters. And count even at 1 on Melnick. The 1-1 to Melnick. Called strike 2. Melnick down on the count 1-2. As Mark McNelly waits on deck, he's doubled and also reached on a hit by pitch today. The 1-2 pitch from Amon. Breaking ball down and away. Melnick lays off. And count even at 2. Amon has his sign, goes into the windup. The 2-2 pitch. Inside, 3-2. So full count now on Melnick. The pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt. Melnick's aboard. He draws a leadoff walk. So we have a runner on first. The go-ahead run for Danny Melnick. And I wonder if Heffley's going to put him in motion. So Mark McNelly now up. Came into 2 today, hitting .318. First pitch to McNelly is a called strike, 0-1. moved up a little bit in the order. This might be one of the first games I've seen Mark McNelly not hitting ninth. The pitch. Upstairs, 1-1 now on McNelly. McNelly, the New Mexico State Aggie. Both his father and uncle played there. The pitch. Breaking ball. McNelly gave it to get a piece of it, and he's down in the count 1-2. So infield at double play depth. Martin holding Melnick on at first. Jay Ban off the line at third. Amon has his sign. The 1-2 pitch. Another breaking ball in the dirt. You've seen a lot of that this inning from Ben Amon. He's not able to spot up that slider very well. I'm going to say that's a slider. So count even at 2 on McNelly as Melnick takes his lead off first. The pitch. Upstairs, swing and a miss on the high fastball. Foul ball into the catcher's glove. And that'll be the first out of the inning. Only the third strikeout of the game for Ben Amon. We're used to seeing a bunch of strikeouts. You know, we've seen Joey Sheets throw 10 strikeouts. Bryce Mangy, or Joey Sheets had 12 actually. Bryce Mangy with 11. And here comes Zev Moore. The first pitch to him is fouled away. He's up here with 1 out and 1 on. Amon threw 5 1/3, only giving up 3 runs, only allowed 5 hits. The pitch. Swing and a miss. That breaking ball finally worked on Zev Moore, and he's quickly down in the count 0-2. Moore today has grounded to shortstop, and he's also struck out swinging. Odell and Dolatry at double play depth. 0-2 pitch is downstairs, outside. Fastball. For a ball, 1-2 now on Moore. Generals trying to get ahead here after the Matrix tied it up. 1-2 pitch is a breaking ball off the bat. Oh, it's called strike 3. Zev Moore did not agree with it. And that's the second strikeout of the game from Moore. And the 4th of the game for Amon. So there's 2 outs now after the leadoff walk from Melnick, which usually, as I always say, leads to runs. First pitch to Jake Sloss is popped up, sent out to left field. Calling for it is Edwards, and he'll make the catch, and that'll end the inning. No runs, hits, errors. There was 1 left. We go to the 7th. Game still tied at 3. Stuff. All right, we're back here in the top of the 7th inning. Game still tied at 3. And we're at the top of the order. We've got 2, 3, 4 in the inning. So 2, 3, 4. It'll be Dollar Tree, Bant, and Marcantonio. So Delatry struck out looking in the first, flew out to right in the 3rd and the 5th. So he's 0 for 3 today. And he stands in to face Dylan Maria with nobody out in the top of the 7th. 3-3 game. First pitch to Delatry is upstairs for a ball, 1-0. A high fastball that Delatry is able to stay off. If both teams remain scoreless in this inning, we may go to extras. The pitch. Swung on, grounded to shortstop. Conklin ranging over, snags it, makes the long throw. It's going to be in time to nail Delatry. And that's the first out of the inning. Chase Conklin ranging all the way over to his right. Backhand the ball, set his feet, throws across, threw a strike to Jake Sloss over there at first. And there's one down here in the top of the 7th. And I'll bring up Jay Bant, who's 3 for 3 today. Again, two really weird singles, and then one of them that Chase Conklin almost caught. Maria's first pitch to Bant is on the ground to second base. Zev Moore snags it on to first, almost takes Sloss off the bag. And there's 2 quick outs here in the top of the 7th. So 4-3 on the putout. And if the Matrix and Gens are both held scoreless here in the 7th, we could go to our first extra inning home game of the year, where we will see for the first time the invisible ghost runner on second base, which I am very excited to see. The pitch. First pitch to Marcantonio is a ball dropped by Melnick. 1-0. Marcantonio has struck out twice. He's also reached on a fielder's choice. He's 0 for 3 on the day. The second game of this doubleheader will start about 20-25 minutes after the first. 1-0 from Maria, swung on and missed. A high fastball. And Marcantonio, even in the count, 1-1. Marcantonio. A 1-1 from Maria. Swung on and fouled away behind the plate. The Matrix do not take pitches, as I've noticed throughout this game. They do not take pitches. Usually their first pitch swing early in the count. Maria new into his windup. The 1-2 to Marcantonio as he hits a fly ball down the right field line. It slices out of play. Gave it a ride, just a tad late on it. Drove it well. But the count stays even. The count stays 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the top of the 7th. 3-3 game. Phil Marcantonio waiting for Maria. The 1-2. Swung on, a broken back grounder, gloved by McNelly. On to first base in time to get Marcantonio. 1-2-3 go the Matrix. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Walk-off scenario here for the Generals. Game is tied 3-3. And we're here in the last of the 7th. Caden Shapiro to lead it off. He's 2 for 2, a single, a double, and 2 runs scored. Really been the catalyst today for the Generals. He's broken out of a huge slump and has the chance to start a rally to give the Generals a walk-off win and their 10th win of the season. 3-3 game. Shapiro leads off. First pitch to him is a strike, 0-1. New pitcher today for the Matrix. It'll be Peyton Maple. Ben Amon threw well, 6 innings, 3 runs on 5 hits. Well, struck out 4. Shapiro grounds one to shortstop. Gloved by Odell. The throw across is not in time. It'll be bobbled. It was bobbled by the first baseman, Martin. And it'll be safe at first. That may be a hit or an error on Shapiro. I think the throw beat him. And he's aboard, and that'll be an error on Gavin Martin. But Shapiro will take it. It's a leadoff base runner. And that'll bring up Chase Conklin, who has doubled twice today. He's also struck out. The pitch. Chase Conklin shows bunt, pulls back, pitches up and away for a ball, 1-0. So 1 on, nobody out. And that could be a costly error that could lead to Shapiro scoring the game-winning run for the Gens. Conklin squares again. The 1-0 is pulled back again. 2-0 on Conklin. Shapiro has the speed to steal a base, but I don't think you take. I would not take the bat out of Conklin, Smith, or Murphy's hands. All strong hitters. Infield in, the 2-0. Conklin squaring again. He bunts it foul behind the plate. Jay Bant was about halfway down the third base line on the infield grass. So 2-1 the count. Matt Smith waiting on deck. He's 0 for 3. He's actually 0 for 2 today with an RBI. Conklin squares again. The bunt is down. It's up the first base line. It'll be touched foul by Max Winters. That was a pretty good bunt by Conklin, bunted it right up the first base line. He was bunting for a hit. And counts now even at 2-2, and we'll see if Conklin goes back out and squares again, which is something that my old team, the New Jersey Niners, made you do. If you couldn't get the bunt down, they made you bunt with 2 strikes, and if you struck out, you struck out. Shapiro takes his lead off first, being held on by Martin. Maple's 2-2, swung on and fouled away. Conklin able to stay alive. Maple is from San Marcos, California, attends Monmouth University, will be a senior there, a 6'4" right-hander, went to Great Oak High School. The 2-2, swung on and fouled off again by Conklin, trying to stay alive, trying to give his team the best chance they can do to win in regulation. As I said in the top of the inning, if there is an 8th inning, the Matrix will start with a runner on second base, just like in the MLB. Shapiro takes his lead. Shapiro's going. Another 2-2 is upstairs for a ball. Shapiro's going to be safe at second. Shapiro steals the bag, and now there's a runner in scoring position with nobody out. And a 3-2 count now on Conklin. Shapiro willed himself into scoring position. So Conklin took the 2-2 pitch upstairs. Now it's a 3-2 count. The pitch from Maple. Breaking ball outside. And now it's 1-2. First and second. With nobody out. And that'll bring up Matt Smith. Smith today has grounded to first base. He's also flied out to center. And has also hit a sac fly with an RBI. So a pinch runner at second base. That'll be Lorenzo Repack. He'll be pinch running for Caden Shapiro. Repack, the fastest runner on this team. So Shapiro's day is done. A great day for him. He was 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored. And Repack represents the winning run. First pitch to Smith. He squares around to bunt, pulls back, and that's going to be a called strike, 0-1. Smith today, again, 0 for 2 with an RBI. The pitch, swung on, popped up, on the infield. Umpire calls infield fly roll. Odell makes the catch on the mound, and there's one away here in the 7th. That'll be a P6 on the putout. And I'll bring up Ryan Murphy. Murphy today is 0 for 3, but he's hit the ball hard all 3 times. This is the last batter that Maple wants to face in this moment. So 2 on, 1 out. Murphy at the plate. He's 0 for 3. He's flied out to center twice and grounded to short. First pitch to him is low. Murphy checked his swing. 1-0 on the big man. Murphy playing left today instead of his usual right. He's waiting. The 0-2 pitch. Back pick down to first base. Conklin's out. He gets back picked at first. And it's in time to get Conklin. That's a costly out. So now there's 2 outs with just a runner on second base. So Conklin gets thrown behind. And now there is 2 outs with only a runner on second and Ryan Murphy at the plate. 1-1 on Murphy. Maple kicks and comes home. The 1-1 is a breaking ball inside. And the count is now 2-1. Two outs. Runner on second. The pitch from Maple is a breaking ball upstairs, and now a 3-1 count on Ryan Murphy. And you bet he's getting the green light on this right now. Absolutely 100%. Three and 1 the count on Murphy. The pitch. Swung on and popped up. Winters gives chase, but it's out of play behind the plate. And the count is now full on Murphy. Murphy looking for his first hit on the day. It could be a big one. Could make him today's MVP. Could have the money play of the game presented by Northfield Bank with 40 locations in the New Jersey and Metro New York area. So full count, 2 outs. 3-3 game. Repack at second, representing the winning run. Murphy waiting for Maple. The pitch. Swung on and fouled off again. Murphy able to stay alive. Trying to be the hero for the Gens once again. Gens are all about the late inning heroics. Multiple comebacks, but not a walk-off win here at home yet. There has been a walk-off win here at Moody as the Caps walked it off on a walk-off walk. The 3-2 pitch. Swung onto the grounder. Into the hole. Repack's going to score, and the Gens win it. Bases. Runner on second. Game-winning single for Ryan Murphy. Repack comes around to score, and the Gens win 4-3. Murphy the hero in Game 1 of this doubleheader. So Repack scoring, and the Gens win 4-3. And that's the first walk-off win of the year for the Trenton Generals. And that's their 10th win of the year. So one more time, the final score of this game is 4-3. Generals had 4 runs on 7 hits with 4 errors, and 3 runs on 5 hits and 1 error for the Matrix. The winning pitcher is going to be Dylan Maria, and the losing pitcher is going to be Peyton Maple. So Repack able to scamper home and score. That ball was not hit well. Jay Bant did not really make a move at it over at third base, and the game is over. So Murphy, with his first hit of the game, 1-for-4 on the day, and he's got to be your MVP. But a close second is going to be Caden Shapiro, who went 2 for 3 today, broke out with it in a big way. And we'll be back in about 25 minutes with game 2.
Located at 2230 Princeton Pike in Lawrenceville. And of course, they're known for their great hot dogs. Pretty much get any kind of hot dog you like. They've got great barbecue as well. Player of the game for our first game of the day will be Caden Shapiro.